eTown Hall in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. It's eTown with this week's guests from Los Angeles, California, the Brother Brothers. Retired pilot and energy efficiency champion, Stuart Cummings. And from Wimberley, Texas, Sarah Jarosz. I'm Helen Forster. Right now, please welcome Nick Forster.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Helen. Welcome to eTown. Welcome to eTown Hall. This is going to be a good one this week. We have long been fans of sibling harmony from the Stanley Brothers or the Delmore Brothers or the Everly Brothers. This week, we're going to go even one step closer. We've got some identical twin brothers, Adam and David Moss, who perform as the Brother Brothers. They are here for their first visit. We're super excited about their being a part of the show this week. We have a retired jet pilot who now helps people figure out the most effective ways to cut down on their carbon footprint at home by going electric one step at a time. We're going to learn more about that stuff this week. And up first, our remarkably talented friend Sarah Jarosz is here. She's here with her band. Her latest record is called Polaroid Lovers. She's always discovering new ways of producing her original songs. This time, all the songs actually were co-written with friends, mostly in Nashville. She has good instincts. She's already won 4 Grammys. She keeps finding new sounds, new approaches to her songs, and of course, she's a really talented singer and instrumentalist. We've been around each other for now, I think, most of her life, since she started coming to Colorado when she was really young and hanging out at bluegrass festivals with her parents. It's always a treat to hear her latest efforts. She is living in Nashville now. Please welcome, along with her band, originally from Wimberley, Texas, Sarah Jarosz.
Hello, everybody. So great to be back at eTown.
You don't know what you've got till it's gone. That you'll recognize the real thing when it comes along. And you can only see as far as the crow flies. And sometimes love leaves you tongue-tied. In a while, the stars will align at the corner of Columbus and 89. Staying out with you till sunrise, hit the Hudson, without a thought for what had passed and what was coming. Back then I never thought I'd leave, but I can only see as far as the crow flies. Sometimes love leaves me tongue-tied, and once in a while the stars will align
Sarah Jarosz, welcome back to eTown.
Thank you.
So good to have you here. Such a great song, Columbus and 89th.
Thank you so much.
Are you nostalgic for your time in New York?
It obviously was very personal in terms of leaving New York to go to Nashville at the beginning of the pandemic, but I think in writing it, I was trying to sort of also allow it to be universal in that a lot of people have that feeling when you have to leave somewhere that you're not ready to or that you don't want to, and but maybe that something better is waiting for you, but you just don't know what it is yet.
Well, you certainly moved into a more compact and concentrated musical community. It's one that you were part of indirectly by just virtue of all the things you've done. But I also suspect there was a little culture shock moving from the city that never slept, and now you're in a different place.
Absolutely. Nashville is very different from New York City. But I think, like you said, I spent a lot of time there. I made my first 4 records there, and growing up in Texas, it actually kind of feels more similar to that. So that made the transition a little easier.
Yeah. Is this your 6th or 7th solo record? What number is this?
7th.
7th. Holy smokes. And this record is all co-writes.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's a very Nashville thing. Is that a new thing for you?
I've definitely co-written before.
Obviously, with John Leventhal, there was a lot of collaboration. And
yes, exactly. With Leventhal and even with writers on some of my albums before that. And then obviously with Sarah Watkins and Aoife O'Donovan and my band with them. I think because I had just moved to Nashville, actually living there, I wanted to feel more a part of that community in a way that I hadn't before. And I think I was just at a point in my writing where I felt like I know myself well enough musically to not be worried about my voice getting lost while sitting down with someone else in a room. I think when I was 17 making my first record, lots of managers and trying to set me up with co-writes. Yeah. And I said no because I was still finding my own voice on my own and I didn't want to get lost in that sea.
And this record sonically is also a departure a little bit from your last one. A little more commercial, a little more pop, a little more accessible to certain audiences, and that's must be how you're feeling the songs.
As a music creator, I'm always trying to honor the song, you know, and do what the song wants. And so when I was in the studio this time, it really felt like these songs wanted to be very full and rich in this way, and committing to the drum sound in a way that I hadn't fully committed to before. And I loved that about working with Daniel Tashin on this record, is he was like, why not? You know, that music is the one thing that we all have where there doesn't have to be rules, you know? And so he encouraged me to kind of go that route.
So now when everybody's listening to the record, you know what you're going to do, which is you're going to check out the drum sound. It's like, I never thought about the drum sound before, but now I'm listening to the drum sound. One of the songs is your homage to Mezcal.
Yes.
And your adventures to Oaxaca. And so what did you learn from you and Jeff going down to Oaxaca? What did that city teach you?
It's really a sacred thing to their community, and I'm happy that I got to kind of see the creation of it in a way. It was just really a special trip, and I got back to Nashville, and I was kind of missing it, and decided to write this song honoring that place. Yeah.
Well, it's cool, and you get to share that with your husband, and you know, it is a tradition. I mean, people have been making moonshine in various forms forever, and it turns out in Oaxaca it's mezcal, and in Tuscany, it's grappa and limoncello, and in North Carolina, it's moonshine. You know, as your career unfolds, I know that when we all start out, we have heroes, we have people that we look up to, we have sort of North Stars musically that we aim towards. In both your case and mine, we've gotten to meet and collaborate with a lot of those people who were guides for us as we were starting out. Is that still happening for you, where you get to meet and collaborate with some people who are special to you?
I feel like my ultimate North Star is Paul Simon, and I got to play with him on Live From Here, which was so exciting. And now he moved to Wimberley, which is crazy.
Yeah, you can see him at the grocery store when you go back.
Yeah. At this point, the person that I want to make music with the most is Bonnie Raitt.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying it as much as I can.
Okay. All right. Power of positive visualization. It's happening. Listen, let's get back to music. It's wonderful to have you back on the show. The band sounds great. Really enjoyed the new record. And,
Thank you, Nick.
Congrats, Sarah.
Great to see you again.
Welcome back, Sarah Jarosz, along with her band.
We're going to have Nick and Helen join us for a song.
7th floor. There's a little bird stretching her wings. She's looking down at the world far below her. I can hear the little tune that she sings. She says, we all have our notions, baby. We all laugh inside. And when the world on the ground is gonna swallow you down, sometimes you got to pay it no mind. There is a time for shouting. There is a time to fight. And if your heart's wide open, you might start to feel the notion that nothing's going right. But if you're wise, you know that sometimes, baby, it don't help to yell and cry. And when the world on the ground is gonna swallow you down, sometimes you got to pay it no mind. Sometimes you got to pay it no mind. You know the world keeps turning without you, baby. But it's okay to yell and cry. And when the ghosts on your screen, they demand of the scene, sometimes you got to pay 'em no mind. Pay 'em no mind. Up by the window of the 7th floor, my little bird's getting ready to fly. She's had enough of the world down below her, and now she's looking up at the sky. She says, we all have our notions, baby. We all laugh inside. And when the world on the ground is gonna swallow you down, sometimes you got to pay it no mind. Sometimes you got to pay it no mind. Sometimes you got to pay it no mind.
That's Sarah Jarosz along with Seth Taylor on the guitars, Daniel Kimbrough on the bass, Axel Coe on the drums. The new record is called Polaroid Lovers, out on Rounder Records. They'll be back to play some more music later on in the show.
Your visit to eTown is made possible in part by the Scientific and Cultural Facilities District, or SCFD, one of the largest cultural funding mechanisms in the United States, supporting nearly 300 organizations in the greater Denver, Colorado area. And just a reminder for your viewing enjoyment, there are over 2,000 videos on the eTown YouTube channel. Now, you can also subscribe there if you'd like to stay up to date with our latest video offerings. You're listening to eTown.
I'm Nick Forster. You're listening to eTown. Sarah Jarosz is going to be back to play some more music in a while. And coming up, Brothers are here, Adam and David Moss. They're going to be out soon. Right now, I am always curious about someone's path, how things happen, unfold in sequence. One decision leads to the next. And then here we are. Our next guest, Stuart Cummings, has had some twists and turns. He graduated from the Naval Academy. He flew Navy jets off of aircraft carriers. He went on to fly cargo planes for FedEx. And he did that for almost 30 years. And now he has a new passion, and that is to help people untangle all of the information about reducing their carbon footprints and going electric one step at a time. He's here. Please welcome to eTown, Stuart Cummings. Stuart, welcome.
Thanks, Nick. It's an honor.
Yeah, no, good to see you. Let me ask you about your early going, because you found your way to Annapolis. Where were you before that? Where'd you grow up?
Just a kid growing up outside of Boston.
Yeah. And did you always want to be a pilot?
For a fairly young age, my dad bought me all these books on the greatest fighter stories of World War II. And so, yeah, as a kid, I had all the models hanging from my ceiling. You know.
Oh, wow. Did you think about staying in the Navy, or did you?
I just had other things I wanted to do. I remember I was first stationed in Sigonella, Sicily, and I saw a Flying Tiger 747 come through, and I was a Navy pilot flying out to the carrier, and I saw that, and I said, that just looks really cool. And the airlines were hiring, in the 80s, so I was just lucky.
Yeah, that's great. And so you did that for a while, and then you found a new passion that combined, I guess, some stuff you learned as a pilot. Obviously, you're always kind of troubleshooting and surveying your domain and imagining how the technology might land safely and all that stuff.
So I was an aerospace engineering major, and engineering teaches these basic principles.
Yeah.
And I think just as importantly, as a kid, about age 15, I started wrenching on cars. My first car was a Mopar. It was a 340 CUDA, classic car. Yeah, Mopars. Yeah, right on, man. So it's just tinkering with machines.
Yeah.
It's really understanding machines.
And so now you're in a situation where we find ourselves faced with an existential crisis that we've all been aware of, and we know it's coming. We know
right.
The situation, which is that climate chaos is upon us, and that CO2 in the atmosphere is a contributor, and that human activity is the source, and we have an opportunity to do something about it.
Yeah.
So everybody knows, for example, that by driving less and by electrifying, we're going to reduce our carbon footprint.
Exactly. And that's us. So our relatively new 501c3 is Go Electric Colorado, and specifically our website is goelectriccolorado.org, and we're a small group of volunteers, and we help try to make your house into a Tesla. So our specialty is residential beneficial electrification.
Yeah. And for a lot of people, that's unaffordable or that seems daunting. So do you help people make sense of all of that stuff? And
Absolutely. Yeah, the first step is you go on our website, go down the bottom, and you click and you schedule yourself for a 1-hour consult.
Oh, wow.
In 1 hour, I can just teach you a ton of stuff.
Wow.
Get you headed off in a great direction. And yeah, you can't afford everything right away. You're a real person in real life. These processes, can play out over years.
Yeah.
13 years in my house, I'm still tweaking it, still doing stuff to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's state-of-the-art all electric. It's a showcase. It uses a fifth of the energy of the most efficient gas home, on and on and on. We open our doors all the time to people who want to see this equipment, see it work.
So where do they start? Do you start with the hot water heater? Do you start with the car? Where do you start?
Yeah, great question. So we can start you up with the low-hanging fruit, like air sealing and insulation. Water heaters, another low-hanging fruit. The new heat pump water heaters are between 500 and 1,000% more efficient than the most efficient gas hot water heaters. So this new stuff that we're trying to talk you into, these are like starships. None of this 10 or 15%. We don't have time for that anymore. We got to make quantum leaps.
So what if I'm somebody who, like you, is attached to my gas-powered car, at least the way you used to be?
They're still cool.
Yeah, they're still cool.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah.
But the goal, I guess, is just to drive it less, right?
If you're the average 30-mile-a-day driver in the U.S., yes, get rid of the gas car. But there's a lot in between, a little gray area if you're not driving that much. Just keep your gas car.
And what does it cost for the service you're providing if you have a consult on the phone or you go to somebody's house?
Free. It's free. We're really passionate about it. We see the end of the world coming too. In my previous profession, when that's happening, you just don't get all screamy, you don't get all panicky. You just work the problem until, my favorite phrase is, until ground impact. Better do that than just give up. Right?
Yeah. So can other states, other places, other communities learn from you, look at your website, figure out what they might be able to do in their hometowns to just expand the work you've done?
It's hard for us to do that right now because we need more volunteers. We only have so many people, and we're just heads down trying to electrify homes all the time. It's hard for us to step out of that.
Yeah.
But as our team grows, we have some amazing administrative talent now. We're getting better at that, and we're doing more of that. We're trying to reach other people.
That's really cool. And the website is what?
GoElectricColorado.org.
GoElectricColorado.org.
Right, 2 C's in the middle. It's fully spelled. There's about 5 or 6 of us on. We originally called ourselves a tech team. We call ourselves coaches now. It's friendlier and warmer.
You know, you're filling in a really important gap here, which is there's the willingness, there's the openness, there's the knowledge, there's some information, but there's just the difficulty in starting.
There is.
And you're helping people figure out where to start, and that's incredibly valuable.
Well, thanks. Yeah, direct action.
Yeah.
It's just direct action.
Well, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being on the show. Stuart Cummings.
Thanks, man.
GoElectricColorado.org. We got more music coming up from Sarah Jarosz and her band. Right now, let me tell you about our next guests. Adam and David Moss are identical twins. They grew up in Peoria, Illinois. Their parents encouraged them to listen to music and play music, starting with some fairly obvious choices for young identical twins, the Everly Brothers and the Beach Boys. And they went on to learn viola and cello, and they went to music school, and they moved to a bunch of different places, including Chicago and Boston and Austin and New York. And each of them forged their own musical path until, I guess it was about 8 years ago, they realized that it was time to do what they used to do, which is to play and sing together. They're getting lots of attention and great press with good reason. They have a new record, which is called the January Album, and we're really excited to have them here for their first visit. Please help me welcome to the eTown stage, the Brother Brothers.
Hello, everyone. We're glad to be here. Oh, the nighttime comes on slow in Colorado. The mountains are blue and green. The stars like to whisper little things, and the moon always sings her song to me, saying, boy, when you look at the horizon, won't you tell me what it is you see? Do you have to make up something from nothing? Or is it just the way you knew to be? Singing, boy, you're gonna break her heart. If not now, then sometime along the way, where there might be a palace in this fairy tale, you know. But boy, you're gonna break her heart. Oh boy, you're gonna break her heart. I told the moon, you live so far away and lonesome. To you the earth is just a spinning ball of clay. But where the sky falls, the land is ever changing, from the mountains to the foothills and the plains. And the morning sky is rich and filled with color. The sun comes up to even out the day. And when he goes down, that tapestry's painted is sure to go as quickly as he came. Well, I know I'm gonna break her heart. If not now, then sometime along the way, where there might be a palace in this fairy tale, I know. But I know I'm gonna break her heart. Well, I know I'm gonna break her heart. you tell me why I'm going away so all alone? Come the early morning hours, I'll be miles and miles away from my home. Well, I know I'm gonna break her heart. I'm gonna break her heart. I'm gonna break her heart. Thank you very much. We couldn't come to Colorado and not play the song called Colorado. We're going to play a new one for you. We had a whole new album come out this year. We're very excited about it. We recorded it quite a while ago. Thank you. You'd be clapping louder if you'd heard it. I have a feeling that this audience is as fond of John Prine as we are. And I know that in his life, while he was alive, he still inspired a lot of music, but he also, with his death, I think inspired a lot of emotions. And so, well, this one goes out to him. John, dear John, oh, the rain, it fell upon the cobblestones, and it was right on, right on. Yeah, the rain, it always seems to fall on days I feel like walking. There's a story that I tell about the world, and it spins around and round. Yeah, it's easier to write a song about a sky that's falling. John, dear John, oh, the way you helped me understand my mind, it was right on, right on. Everything is simple when you're looking out from the inside. Thank you. How about that band, huh?
Hey, how about the Brother Brothers? Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so, and did I make that up about your parents actually encouraging you to listen to the Beach Boys and the Everly Brothers and stuff like that? Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We listen to a lot of golden oldies radio.
How do you rebel when your parents are that cool?
Marijuana.
So your parents weren't that cool.
No.
But you went to music school, you played classical music, you found your path, and then you pursued other musical directions and moved around.
Yeah, we got into Django Reinhardt and Stefan Grappelli.
That was the big thing that got us out of the classical mindset.
What a beautiful gateway drug.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know,
Agreed. Also, marijuana was a great gateway drug.
Your new record, the January album, ironically, maybe?
The reason that it was called the January album is that we got to stay in a house/studio, and it was beautiful for the entire month of January. We recorded for, I think, 30 days. So 30 days of January.
Which January?
2021. Yeah, and we were very close to DC, so there was a very weird day where we were like, do we need to actually be careful about everything? But it all turned out sort of fine.
Because January 6th was in January? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that was right at the very beginning of our session. And,
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, we were just looking at it on Twitter. We were pretty far away.
Yeah.
We weren't there.
There were some pretty complete costumes there. Headdresses and crazy masks and stuff.
Yeah.
Did that turmoil and that uncertainty and that unprecedented assault on our democratic institutions sort of inspire any songs or change the
think so, a
tenor of
lot.
your sessions at all?
The fact that everybody had time off, we all of our friends and our whole like huge community still hung out together, but just in different ways.
Virtually,
And we fed off of each other, and there was so much to be creative about and think about and write about.
It was a strange time. And, you know, what was so remarkable was that music became so important as a means of staying connected and communicating and sort of defining our community. It was such an important part of that isolating time.
Yeah, it became really easy when you didn't have to think about business at all, and all you thought about was music.
You're not going to make any money no matter what you do. So you might as well just settle in
That's
and play
been my
music.
mantra since the 20s.
You're not going to make money no matter what you... Nice. Glad I started a music business with you.
You guys have to get on the same track and aim in the same direction. You've done this before.
I also want to add that time also, the two of us were living in New York City and we both left. I think what we realized is like when you take things away and you're only able to do whatever you can and you have to stop the hustle, we still drive, we still travel, we had to move around, we had to go places. So I ended up driving all the way to the California coast and I live there now. And David bought a camper. He bought a 9-foot Scamp and lived there for the entirety of until he couldn't anymore. So...
Did you say 90 foot?
9.
9. I was going to say a 90-foot camper. That's like, wow.
He doesn't have any money. He just told you.
A 9-foot camper sounds equally unbelievable.
It's actually, it's 13-tongue Defender. So but you have to, we had a propane tank there, so that, you know, it's like a closet.
Yeah. You know, you should probably convert to electric.
I will say the only propane we used was for heat. We used solar power to charge all of our batteries. Every time that we weren't plugged into solar, I would just look at the sun and be like, we're wasting it. We're wasting all of this power.
Wow.
I could be charging something right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Once you have some solar panels, you're like, I have power forever. It's amazing. Yeah.
Where do you guys live now?
I live in Miami.
And I'm in Los Angeles.
Couldn't possibly be farther apart from each other.
We love to travel.
Yeah, we love to travel. Okay. Didn't expect either one of those answers. But I'm really glad I asked. Well, listen, let's play some more music. Welcome back, if you would, the Brother Brothers.
We'd like to invite Sarah Jarosz to join us on this.
The sun is surely sinking down, and the moon is slowly rising. This whole world must still be spinning round, and I still love you. So close your eyes, you can close your eyes. can sing this song, and you can sing this song when I'm gone. It won't be long before another day, and we're gonna have a good time, and no one's gonna take that time away, and you can stay as long as you like. So close your eyes, you can close your eyes, it's alright. I don't know no love songs, and I can't sing the blues anymore, but I can sing this song, and you can sing this song when I'm gone. So close your eyes, you can close your eyes, it's alright. I don't know no love songs, and I can't sing the blues anymore, but I can sing this song, and you can sing this song when I'm gone. Give it up for the band, the eTown band.
Brothers from Los Angeles and Miami. The record is called the January album. That's Adam Moss and David Moss, along with the eTones, Adam Bodine, Christian Teal, Eric Tureen. The Brothers. So good.
This portion of eTown is made possible by the Bohemian Foundation, building stronger communities through the bohemian qualities of creativity and imagination. On the web at bohemianfoundation.org. You're listening to eTown.
Thank you. I'm Nick Forster. I'd like to say hello to our listeners who are hearing eTown on stations right now, like KTSM Sun Radio in Austin, Texas, and on WRFA in Jamestown, New York, and on KJAC, the Colorado Sound out of Greeley, Colorado. Thank you for listening. As always, if you want more information about any of our guests, you want to find out how to get tickets to live shows, or you'd like some more information about how to find our videos and all kinds of stuff, is online at etown.org. We have learned some stuff. We have learned about how to lower our carbon footprint by electrifying our worlds, our cars and our homes. We've learned how to generate musical electricity and vocal energy. We've learned how to recognize and cherish the good stuff that we get to share. So thanks for being with us this week. Please help me welcome back to eTown, Sarah Jarosz.
Well, we talked a bit about mezcal and Oaxaca, so it feels only right that we play that song.
Gonna call you up when the sun goes down, when the rain moves out of this seaside town. I've got so many things I wanna show you. The radio plays something soft and low by the orange trees in the evening glow. Come and sit with me under my umbrella. Ooh, with you, soaking in the sun. You go to my head like a summer night. Intoxicate me like mezcal and lime, mezcal and lime. When the sun goes down around 9 or 10, gonna wake you up, my little sleepyhead. 'Cause you and me, we've had a long siesta. You can wear that tie with the silken thread, put a flower in my hair, I'll be dressed in red, and we'll go down to the barrio together. With you, soaking in the sun. With you, lovers on the run. You go to my head
Well, we'll do this song here. This was actually the first song that I wrote for my new record. And it was kind of inspired by Colorado. It's called Take the High Road. And I was sort of just thinking about driving in Colorado. It's such a special place for me. I started coming out here to Rocky Grass when I was 11. My family and I would drive up from Texas every summer to go to the music festivals here. So it feels like a home away from home every time I'm here. And so I wanted to play this song, being here.
I was born up on a mountain while the snow was coming in, but I woke up in this valley, pulled my collar to the wind. I saw the chance to catch a ride with a fair weather friend, but I never met a shortcut, wasn't longer in the end.
Sarah Jarosz and her band from Wimberley, Texas. The new record is called Polaroid Lovers. It's Seth Taylor on guitar, Daniel Kimbrough on the bass, and Axel Poe on the drums. Sarah Jarosz. So good. Glad you made it back to eTown. We're going to do one more song, get everybody out here and do one more together. I want to thank all our guests for being a part of the show this week. Thanks to Sarah Jarosz and her band. So good. Really enjoyed all the music, the new songs. Check out the drum sounds on her new record. Thanks to the house band, the eTones, to Helen Forster. Thanks to Stuart Cummings, helping us sort through the ways in which we can electrify our lives, lower our carbon footprints. Thanks to the Brothers, Adam and David Moss. Thanks for being a part of the show. We're going to do one more song together. Once again, we're going to turn to one of the master songwriters, or in fact, two of the master songwriters for this one, John Prine and Iris DeMent. I'm Nick Forster. Hope you can be with us next week right here in eTown.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money, but gets it on like an Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey, never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. I caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby and I'm his honey. I'm never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
Well, she thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. She swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I'm never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey, a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's howling at the moon. He's my baby, I don't mean maybe, never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
This is a production of eTown.